See the 2-3-2, just the way they are on a piano. These would be the white keys. They're all kind of brownish because to make it harder for us. And on the piano, of course, you only have 2 or 3 pedals, but we have a whole row of pedals down here. Also black keys and white keys, and also just kind of brownish.
So it's more like a pipe organ then?
Kind of like an organ because it has the pedals.
Yeah.
On the other hand, or most organs in this country anyway are electrically operated. And you could do heel toe. With the Carillon, this is a mechanical pedal connected to this key over here. So if I want to strike this bell, I can use the foot or the hand, either way. Moving that wire, very simple mechanism. The wire pulls down on an L-shaped piece of metal that's hinged like that. And there's a second piece of wire that goes over to the clapper of the bell, and it pulls the clapper into the bell on the inside.
And so when we were listening to the concert, were you in here playing that?
I certainly was.
Why, thank you.
Oh, well, my pleasure. So when you heard me doing this piece, for example, this is normal musical notation. It takes 2 hands to play this, and 2 feet to play that. So that was the second piece I played. It goes like this. So it's a bit of a dance when you're going. It's one of the reasons I'm glad there's air conditioning, because it gets kind of warm if you don't have something like that, even if it's not boiling outside.
Wow.
We have about 650 Carillons in the world, so it's pretty rare. There are about 165 in the United States.
And who are the manufacturers and where are they located?
Well, this bell foundry is in the Netherlands, in the southeastern part of the Netherlands, called Longwoods. There's another one called Pritsen. It's right nearby, about 20 miles away from these guys. But there's also a foundry in England. There's also a foundry in France, and we have one now in Ohio. So there are Carillon foundries all over the place. And of course, bell foundries, there are many, many more. Carillon bells are very carefully tuned. They're much more complex than ordinary church bells. So
where did you learn to play Carillon?
I took a tour like this one day at the University of Chicago when I was a graduate student that had all kinds of free time. And I said, wow.
We can relate to that.
Yeah. And I said, wow, that looks like fun. And I had piano lessons when I was a kid. So I said, I knew how to read the music, except I didn't really quite know how to do the foot part. So I had to learn how to do the feet. But there's a practice keyboard at most Carillons, including this one, which is a keyboard, a pedal board, just like this. But instead of being connected to real bells, it's connected to speakers or xylophone chimes or some kind of noisemaker so that you can hear if you're hitting the right note. So I practiced and learned on the practice keyboard without disturbing the public. And as soon as I got to play a few pieces, I went up in the tower and played the Carillon. I was hooked. I've been doing it ever since then, ever since I was a graduate student.
A friend of mine is a world-class pipe organ player.
Oh yeah, oh wow.
I would love to hear him on the
Well, organists, a lot of organists also take up the Carillon because they have smart feet. They know what to do with pedals.
Yeah.
But it is a different spacing. It's a different technique. And organists, in order to get the note to last longer, they hold down on it.
Right.
Whereas on the Carillon, it doesn't make any difference. You can hit it like that. The louder you hit it, the longer it lasts.
Yeah.
But if you hold it down, if the note is not adjusted properly, which sometimes happens, and you hit it and hold it, you get oh my goodness. Well, I'm not demonstrating very well, but wow, these are really bells. I didn't have much trouble adjusting those. Thank you, Bob. Well, you'll get a clunk.
Oh, okay, I get it.
I don't think it's moving.
Got it. You just get a clunk and you won't get a bing.
Oh, and no wonder I'm doing wrong. Sorry. If it's too short, you get a clunk. So you don't want to hold the note down. So organists have to break the habit of holding down the note for a whole note or something like that.
Got it.
And the same thing with pianists.
Got it.